How you feeling, Evie? How's your tooth? Can you see? You go, eh. Does it move at all? Doesn't wiggle? Okay. Okay, minor emergency. Evie has fallen down and smashed her face on the floor. She's okay, she's recovered, minor blood. But her tooth seems to be hit or knocked back. It might be loose. We're traveling to St. George, 1.5 to 2 hours away. It's the only dentist that will accept our insurance, so we're gonna be traveling out there. And we're gonna pick up all the kids and take them to the dentist as well, because why not?
Yeah, Alexa get in the back seat. Everybody else can get in the car seat.
Are you okay, Evie? Mommy, does she have to get it pulled out?
There's no time to go peek. We need to get going.
It doesn't get pulled out.
Evie's not going to need her tooth pulled out, probably. She's probably going to need an x-ray, and the dentist's going to make sure there's no damage. And if there's no long-term damage, then they'll say, you know what, she'll be okay, and your tooth will probably turn brown or whatever.
And the reason why I'm kind of looking at this is, so it's starting to dissolve right here.
Well, obviously, I can't get anything done. I watch the show. Well, that's very...
There's a TV up there. I was wondering what in the world we're looking at. Okay, we're back, and I'm tired, and I want to go to bed, but I want to at least mention that this is the 1-year anniversary of the DITLY. Yes, a year ago today, January 4th, I gave my little dumb manifesto, and I thought I'd take a look at it a year later just to see if I did what I set out to do, which I don't think is much, but let's... I also want to say that Evie is going to be okay. The dentist's advice was that the repair work risk, the risk of problems and complications from repairing the tooth, far outweighed any benefit she would get from moving the tooth slightly back into place. It's not so out of place that's going to cause significant difficulty eating or talking or anything like that. We're just going to stick with it for a while. It's going to come out anyway. I think she's going to be alright. And the rest of the kids did okay too. Minor cavities, boring stuff I'm not going to bore you with. Hi. Thanks for joining me on that walk. I think we need to address what all this is about. You've heard of vloggers. Can't stand that word. Still can't stand that word. This is not a vlog. I'm not a vlogger. This is something I like to call a day in the life. Or its much cooler name, not really, DITLY. Yep, DITLY. And I should point out that what's funny is this day one, I was actually very sick, or somewhat sick. And I did it anyway. I'm proud of that. I did this video anyway, despite feeling pretty terrible. Is to write and record a song, a backing soundtrack for each episode every single day. And it should be an interesting year. A lot of big stuff. The music was a success. I did do that for every episode, an original track. I'm making a show called Gaming with Kids, which are basically what it sounds like. Me and the kids get together and go through games. Gaming with Kids was we did that a few times. Still want to get back into that. It's hard to stay on a schedule with kids. It's very enjoyable, and I think that'll come together better. Read the Bible cover to cover this year. Not that there's anything magical about cover to cover reading. It is nice to say that you've read the book. I still haven't read it. It's been a year. That has been a failure. I'm going to retry that soon. It's nice to say you've actually read the book. We might be moving locally or not so locally this year, depending on how the adoption thing goes. That's another big thing that's coming up this year. That was a success. Adoption of two little girls. And obviously there's Gaskin Media, the business that actually puts food on the table. That's Gaskin Media has. That's something that I need to refocus on after it's struggling. Years of sort of putting it on the back burner. It's on the front burner now, but it's not. It's not cooking. I think a lot of those goals were admirable, and I gave it a good shot. A few successes, mostly failures, but I'm not going to give up, especially on the Bible reading. I'm going to try to do that live. You'll soon be annoyed with those live readings, and Gaming with Kids will continue in some capacity. I still come back to the fact that it's very difficult to really give your all to artistic projects when your mind is still focused on finances. I think it comes down to distraction. When you're just trying to pay the bills and survive, it is a major distraction from anything artistic that is a risk in the sense of it may pay off, it may not. But it's also what you want to do with your life. So what do? Do you live a life to pay the bills, or do you live the life you want to live? And I'll figure it out this year. Anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. It's been a cool year. So much stuff has happened. I'm going to go to bed. Good night.